Hi everyone, this is Golden Green Soap Company, George and Danny. We're going to show you a quick video on how we make our soap. People have asked us how we make it, so we're going to show you this. This is going to be our Deep Blue Sea soap coming soon for the summer. You have to wait. We're going to show you, and then we're going to show you a little clip or a picture of our cut. Thank you. Let's get started. Okay, here is our base oils that we have. We have our lye water. While I begin to mix in the lye water with my oils, I'm gonna have George here, who's the cameraman, explain a little bit of how that mixture happens.
Hey guys, so basically a lot of people are worried about, like, people who use lye in their soap. Actually, there's no way to make soap, true soap, without lye. As you can see, Danny has his oils about 91 degrees. The lye water is probably about 100 degrees. We try to keep everything as close to room temperature as we can. Oh, perfect, 87. They have to be within 10 degrees of each other to actually mix. And when we pour the lye in there, the lye water, you have to be really careful because lye water can burn you. And the reason people are so worried about it is because it is a chemical. However, without the lye water, all you would literally have is a bunch of oils with fragrance. The lye is what actually turns your soap. It bonds with the molecules in the oils and turns it into soap. So through the saponification process, after everything is done, there will be no actual lye left in the soap. It's just going to be soap. True 100% soap. So as you can tell, when he poured that in, it changed colors a little bit. And he's going to start pulsing the stick blender, and you'll see how it starts, the chemical reaction starts.
It might get a little loud. We'll try as possible not to be as loud, but then we'll probably have to edit the sound because it will get a little loud here.
So as you can see, it's changing texture, it's changing the form. So as he does that, that is the oil and the lye bonding together to change the chemical structure of what we actually have in the container. So he's going to try to bring it to a light trace before we add any of our fragrance or anything like that into it. All of our fragrances are custom blended. As you guys know, we don't ever use... We never use anything straight out of the bottle. So Deep Blue Sea is kind of like more of a spa scent. It does have a couple little citrus notes in it. It smells absolutely amazing. So as you can tell, Danny, is that about a light trace?
Yep, once I go like this,
you can
and
see how
check, there's a little streak that I can see.
It's not runny, it's not super thick. You don't want it to be super thick because then you get soap on a stick, and that's never a good thing. So now he's going to add our pre-measured fragrance oils. And again, he'll probably stir those in by hand because sometimes the fragrance oils, especially if there's stuff with citrus in it, will accelerate trace and can kind of make it go harder faster. And we still want it to be fluid because we're going to do a couple of different colors. So we're just going to mix and mix. And so yeah, our oils turn from that gold color into this lighter color. And he's got to make sure that's all mixed in there really good. Okay. Looking good?
Yep. Great.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and get my colors. They are already pre-mixed.
So what we have for this is kind of like an aqua color and a dark blue. You guys may be familiar with these. These are some of the colors that we use in our mermaid. And then the white. So he's going to go ahead. We'll start. We're going to split our batter up here. Oh, I guess we're going this one first. So cool. And then with the base of it, what's left in here, we're just going to dump in some white. That'll turn your batter from that wonderful yellow color So nice creamy white. The smell is amazing in here.
And for the color, since I have white, this white can turn any other color a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the lightest color and work myself way back into the darker color. That's about mixed good. Give it 2 more pumps. Perfect.
So now we're going to go from the white, he's going to go to the teal. And all of our colorants are FDA approved. We make sure that everything is skin safe and it's not going to cause any reactions. As you guys know, like one of the big things with us is we're big on making sure that nobody's going to have any allergic reactions to anything we use. So we've already tested this fragrance out on me. So.
And you might spill a little bit, but that's okay because we clean it right up.
Yeah. And now we're gonna go with the dark blue. I love this blue. Came out a little bit lighter than I thought it would. Now the thing about soap colorant is sometimes, depending on your fragrance, the colors can change and morph. We have a green that turns like baby poop brown, and then it turns that electric green that you guys all see with like the first, which is that bright neon green. That's really fun. So I'm hoping this will turn back to the dark blue. If not, it'll be a fun color.
Okay. So I'm gonna put this away because I'm done with this.
All right, now comes the fun part.
Now comes the fun part of mixing each color together. I want my deep blue to have a base, so we're gonna go ahead and move stuff aside, and I'm gonna pour my blue.
These are our tall and skinny molds. These are the molds we use for when we make the mermaid. I think we're gonna keep those for the beach.
Right there.
Okay.
Sorry about my finger.
Sorry, he's moving the camera. I'm a bad cameraman. So we're gonna go with the blue first, the dark blue, and we're gonna pour some in there. And we're just coating the bottom with a little bit of blue. We always try to save some for the top, and so since this is gonna have 3 colors, he'll probably do blue, the dark blue, the white. It's gonna look a little bit close to the mermaid. The only difference is gonna be that you'll be able to tell because we're not gonna put glitter on this one. Mermaid always has glitter. So sorry if the camera's shaking, guys. So now we bang it down to make sure that everything's kind of even. Make sure there's no air bubbles in there. Make sure that we have enough.
Go ahead and mix my color.
Mix it a little bit.
Here it's becoming of a consistency of basically mashed potatoes or applesauce.
It's probably more applesauce. If the longer the soap sits, the harder it'll get. So you always have to try to make sure you mix a little bit in there. And now he's going to pour a little bit of that on the top. And he uses the spatula to kind of so it doesn't break all the way through, because he wants to have the layers. And then he's going to probably do some kind of swirl. We'll see what he gets creative. Sometimes we plan these out and we actually draw them out. Sometimes we just are like, oh, let's do this. And then sometimes it just never works out and we end up with a happy accident. Or some soap that you guys never see because it's in my bathroom because it didn't come out pretty.
Okay, I'm going to bang it again. And
it can get a little messy. We'll clean it all up. And And see how it's got that texture on it? We're not going to worry about that too much trying to smooth it out because the texture is what gives it that kind of wavy look. And then when he goes and does a swirl or anything, it'll have some really cool colors. He saves usually some of the, if you look in here, there's a little bit of soap in there because that'll go on the top like it normally does. Because you guys know we're always trying to do fancy fun stuff for our tops. How's it looking?
Perfect.
It's like vanilla pudding almost. That's probably more of a good texturized.
So this one I'm gonna free fall. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, he's just gonna pour it in. So if a little bit of that'll mix down in the bottom, that's gonna give you the more of the wavy look. So as you know, like our mermaid is more white, blue, white, teal kind of thing. This is gonna be opposite. This will have more white in it than anything else. There you go. See that pudding flopping out. And the longer it sits, like I said, the harder it's gonna become. And sometimes we let it sit for a while because that lets us pipe the tops of them and get the peaks and the valleys that you guys see on a lot of our soaps. We've gone to doing some hot process too that makes it so where it's all rough, a little more rough and not so textured.
Which we'll show you in another video.
Yeah, we'll show you
how we do it. And
you're gonna want to scoop
here I'm
just gonna scoop some of that.
and it's okay if the other color is in there because that's my plan. I'm gonna add a little bit of the other colors into it.
Sorry guys, again with the shaky.
And as you can see,
Maybe.
sorry. Now you can see.
Now you can see. Sorry,
I'm so used to not,
He's not used to having to show an audience of what he's doing. He just kind of does what he does. All right.
Okay.
So that white, as you can tell, that white is becoming a lot more white as it goes on. The colors, like I said, they'll get deeper and richer as the time goes, as it cures. These will be ready probably to cut tomorrow, but you guys won't even see these until at least 4 weeks out. Anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks before you guys will actually even get to see these bars in person. We let everything cure 4 to 6 weeks, which is why you guys are always telling us how the bars are harder than a lot of the other places, and that's just because we let it sit for so long, make sure that it loses all of its water weight.
Yeah, we don't want to sell you something that is soft. We want to sell you something that's hard and that is going to last longer.
So yeah, so that's why like I said, everything we make, you're not going to see it for at least 4 to 6 weeks. So
okay, now
you might see it like a picture of it, or we might post it on Instagram, but it won't be on the website or at the market for at least 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, so here is getting a little bit more like a mashed potato consistency.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I love this texture because it helps me work it. And yes,
as you can see, some of that dark blue got stuck at the bottom. So
that's okay.
That's going to be nice. That's because it's going to give you that kind of multi-tone. So it'll be good. I like it. And it's messy.
So I'm going to add the teal into it on the sides.
So yeah, so that one's actually still a little more fluid than the other one, I think.
Just a bit. It's okay. It's going to mix, so it doesn't matter exactly where do I put it.
Everything is cleaned and sterilized before we start, so.
Yep.
The counters, the equipment, and in between uses, everything gets washed.
We always wear protective gear because of soap.
Yeah, we don't want to get soap or lye or anything in your eyes, so you always wear, the protective gloves, the long sleeves, the glasses, just because even fragrance oil splashed in your eye is not a fun thing. But especially, lye or anything like that, that's never a good time.
Okay, so here, at this point, I have this other end right here, because this is a double spatula. How fancy is that? I'm going to go ahead and do a little design, clean it up a little bit, and
he's going to make some waves.
Make some waves, guys. And the white is gonna, and I'm going to go in a little bit deep with it and push it in and out.
to get more of that watery kind of splashy texture. I don't know. That's really pretty. So, and we're going to post this video online, obviously, and we're going to do some other stuff. But this is going to be probably one of the first videos for our YouTube channel. But we're going to do a bunch of other stuff. We're going to show you guys how we make bath bombs and how we make our sugar scrubs and our whip soaps. We're working on our liquid soaps and our beard oils and all that stuff. So we're going to keep you guys informed of what we're making, when it'll be available, and, you know, then you guys can head onto the website and order or come and see us at the market. So,
Okay, from here, I'm going to go ahead and scoop in anything that's there.
waste not, want not.
Mm-hmm.
If we have extra batter left over, sometimes we just make little sample bars.
And that we always use those for samples.
Yep.
So
We will also be having some cool specials coming up that we will let you guys know about that I think are going to be fun, and some other stuff.
And make sure to visit us at the Fort Wayne Farmers Market. We are there on Saturdays 9 to 1, rain or shine. It all depends on the snow.
Yeah. We are inside at Parkview Field for 1 more month?
About 1 more month.
Yeah, we'll be there for at least 1 more month, and then we move outside to the Bar Street Market. So we'll be on the bar. We're usually closer to the YMCA side. So these will probably be ready by the time we go to the YMCA side. So, yeah.
And we always make our soap. We don't buy wholesale. We don't do anything of that. Some people do, but you know, we always want to be authentic and bring in
Keep it local. We're going to
Local.
actually have some new soaps coming up for summer that are going to feature items from the Fort Wayne Farmers Market. So we have already done our strawberry soaps with strawberries we had. We're going to be doing some, we did a Asian pear soap from one of the local orchards. We did...
Ambrosia Orchards.
Oh, yeah, Ambrosia Orchards. We're doing a cucumber melon. We're going to do a lot of fun stuff. We're trying to get as local as we can. We have a blueberry one coming up with some berries from one of the local vendors too. So keep an eye out. We're going to try to keep fresh local produce. And a lot of people ask why we use like berries and like cucumbers and stuff like that, because all of those things add a little something to the soap. You know, they add the antioxidants, they add the sugars that make it lather, they make a lot of different stuff. So it's always cool to experiment and see, and it's always cool to use local stuff from some of our local vendors. So
as you can see,
he's making them peaks. So it's like a tidal wave kind of.
Yep.
All right, guys. We're going to let you go.
We're going to clean this up a little bit.
Clean up the mess. We'll take a couple pictures and we'll post it online and let you guys see what it looks like when we cut it tomorrow. We have to wait at least 24 hours to cut them, but you'll be able to see some of the cuts probably within the next 24 hours. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Goodbye.
Bye.